Hello, this is Dr. Vanderpuye, and I'm making this video in Sydney, Australia, where I'm at the International Academy of Forensic Sciences conference. And basically, this is about the only place I can get to make a video in relatively nice surroundings. So, in any instance, I'd like to thank Dr. Fadare and the international chapter of the American Chemical Society at Obafemi Awolowo University for inviting me to give you this little presentation on the benefits of being an American Chemical Society member for Nigerians. Right. So let me give you a little bit of background on myself, first of all. And I retired as a professor of forensic science and biochemistry from Albany State University in Georgia. And after that, I took up a position at Fayetteville State University in North Carolina. However, I've decided to look for other opportunities, so I will be applying, to other universities. So life is sometimes like that. You learn a lot of things over maybe, about 40 years now of being in science, and there's yet more things to do. That's why I'm looking for more different opportunities. All right, let me see. The other thing I can tell you is that I still have current professional affiliations. I'm a career consultant for the American Chemical Society. I'm also a member of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences, the American Society for Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, and the American Society for Cell Biology. So I've been engaged in a lot of activities, going to conferences, getting my students to go to conferences, getting junior faculty to get some kind of awards or participate in those conferences, organizing seminars and workshops, that type of thing. So the other thing I've done is I've been active in so-called industry, in which case I've worked at Methodist Hospital in Indiana's Center for Reproduction and Transplantation Immunology. I later worked in a so-called Center for Human Reproduction in Chicago, and also at Milanova Immunology Laboratories in Chicago. So that was all to do with assisted reproductive technology research and research into infertility and recurrent spontaneous abortion. So my background is relatively unusual, at least compared to the places I've worked at, in that most of the faculty there hadn't had experience in industry, at least in terms of the chemical and biochemical life sciences areas. All right. So I wanted to tell you that, firstly, that I became acquainted with Dr. Fadare via his student or ex-student, Esther Moshe Bolaton. Sorry, I know what's the word, mangling that name, but you know who I'm speaking about. And she posted on LinkedIn about her research on glycan-based inhibitors of SARS-CoV-2 spike protein. And that's one of my areas, both glycobiology and certain viruses. So I commented on her post, and she responded and actually put me in touch with Dr. Fadare. And ever since, we've been in contact, and it has expanded so that an ex-student of mine who's at the University of Dundee, he's a structural biologist by the name of Dr. Olawale Raimi. So they're all working together now, and I think I'm in the loop also too, as well. So I just wanted to say that he has some excellent students right there on the ground in Obafemi Awolowo University, and also a lot of them here in the United States. So you're all doing a fantastic job. I'm really impressed, by what you're doing, and I hope that, I wouldn't even say I hope, I'm looking forward to the day that Esther and some other guys out there, Mr. Oladele, they'll come to the United States and get into a nice PhD program and, just show the world what Nigerians can do yet again. Okay, so let me mention three ways in which the American Chemical Society membership can benefit Nigerians. So I'll just summarize them, one to three, and then go into details. So first of all, the American Chemical Society is a great venue or a medium for collaborations and interactions internationally. And I believe that there's a lot that can be done in Nigeria. They're not doing as much as they could be doing. And Obafemi Awolowo University's international chapter of the American Chemical Society has the opportunity to be pioneering and outstanding in that regard. Okay, so the other area, apart from this collaborations and interactions at the international level, is in terms of professional activities, both for faculty, postgraduate students and undergraduate students. There are ways in which you can become involved in the American Chemical Society, and I'll put you in good stead when you're trying to do other things at the international level, whether it's going for a fellowship or applying for a grant or that sort of thing. Okay, so the third thing is the area of applying for grants, because the American Chemical Society does have some grants that are available, to international level people. And the other thing is there are quite a few grants out there that you can apply for which some sorts of international collaborators would be helpful. So those are the three main areas. Again, the American Chemical Society is a great venue, medium, platform for collaborative interactions at the international level. It's also a great venue for professional activities, again, at the international level. So whatever you do is going to be recognized, because that American Chemical Society is the largest scientific society in the world. We're talking about at least 150,000, maybe 170,000 members all over the world. All right, so then the third area is this business about getting grants. And you might even say grants and fellowships, whichever ones are available to American Chemical Society members. So let me speak about the first one, where the American Chemical Society is a medium for collaborations and interactions with foreign colleagues. And these foreign colleagues could be in universities, they could be in industry, they could be in some like non-governmental organizations, like major research organizations here and there that aren't government-based. As a matter of fact, there may also be some opportunities for working with certain government agencies that are actually accepting international participants. It's a little bit difficult here in the United States, because most of the time, if you're going to work for any type of government agency, you've got to be an American citizen. But having said that, I do believe, what's the name of this organization again? It's a drug-related thing. It's the National Institute on Drug Abuse. National Institute on Drug Abuse. I believe that's the one. They do have some foreign participation. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, if I remember rightly, also. So there are a few of them that have these programs, to which you can apply. And some of all these programs, they're going to have members of the American Chemical Society. They're going to have, how should I put it? People who are organizing the programs, who are involved in who are involved in the programs, who are members of the American Chemical Society. It's all a networking thing. All right, so the types of activities you could engage in with all these different types of organizations could include virtual seminars and symposia. That's if you can't actually go, to get out to an American Chemical Society meeting, although that would be ideal. But you can have these virtual symposia and virtual seminars, and you can host these. You can invite people from not just the United States, but all over the world, United Kingdom, Europe, Japan, South Korea, that type of thing. So that would be a great activity. So the other thing you can do is have workshops on the latest techniques and instruments. And here it's going to be virtual again, although in some instances, at least for the life sciences, some companies have actually come down to give hands-on workshops with instruments that they've actually later donated. So it might be that there's some things you can do both virtually and also in person in terms of these workshops. So the other thing that's important to mention is the second area, professional activities. There are various American Chemical Society committees. There's the Younger Chemist Committee. For people like myself, there's an older chemist committee, and they do have international chapter activities as well. You can actually get an award for being the best international American Chemical Society International Student Chapter. And you can actually probably, I think, organize events with industry as well, not only in Nigeria or in Africa, but see if there's some industry out here in the United States or the Britain or wherever, Canada, that type of thing, would also actually be willing to participate, especially if there's some sort of market opportunity for them in Nigeria, because really companies are all about making money. Um, so there are those things, and all these things I'm speaking about, I think I need to provide a list of URLs and some kind of write up about them and send them to Dr. Fadare for distribution. So, in terms of these activities as well, you want to try and get in touch with overseas experts, not only in academia but also in industry. And some of us have, quite a few contacts in academia and even in industry as well. So, I'm pretty sure we can go places with that on your behalf. The other thing is these grants. So there are grants for international student chapters. They're only about 1,500, but that's still something. I'm pretty sure you can find some useful things to do with that, either in terms of organizing things in Nigeria or in terms of, I don't know, having some sort of outside participation or reagents, what have you. So there's that. There are other American Chemical Society grants. I don't seem to recall how many of them are international right now. But apart from those, there are other areas in which you can get grants. There's the Wellcome Trust. And I mentioned that to Dr. Fadare because they have grants for countries that aren't industrialized, basically. And so these have to be Commonwealth countries because it's coming out of the UK. And definitely, I think, £200,000 or whatever it is, maybe a little bit more depending, could come in useful. The other thing is, there's, of course, the Third World Academy of Sciences. Dr. Fadare has had a grant from them in the past. No reason why you can't go back and, try for one of them later on. And well, look for other ones for you. The Commonwealth universities have a lot of that's the British Commonwealth, or the Commonwealth of Nations, formerly associated with being colonized by the British. They have all kinds of funds for travel and that sort of thing. And here in the US, it's either the Carnegie Foundation or the Rockefeller Foundation. They have some African Universities initiative, and they give out quite a bit of money. And I think there's only about maybe 2 or 3 universities in Nigeria that have got the grant, so it's probably worth looking into that. So that's pretty much what I have to say, and that's probably taken longer than I was thinking of presenting, but I wish you all the best. You're doing a great job. I've seen your posts on LinkedIn, very professionally done, and you can tell that some people. I'm talking about my little Aburo Esther out there, who's gifted, I believe, in terms of generating these media things and that sort of thing. So I wish you all the best. I'll be in touch, and feel free to reach out to me. Also, Dr. Fadare has my contact information, and just all the best. So I'll be in touch, and once I've gotten over this conference, there's another 2 days, and then I'll have another 4 days in this area of the world. So all the best. You're doing a great job. Bye.